Corporate Canada will receive billions in new tax giveaways despite already getting billions through tax loopholes. Finance Minister Bill Monroe's fall economic statement shifts gears from the middle class to big business. Corporate Canada will receive $14 billion in new tax giveaways over the next 5 years, even though they are already receiving tens of billions of dollars every year through special tax loopholes. Why are they doing this? Let's find out. After spending the first half of his mandate talking about the middle class and those working hard to join it, and ending unfair tax breaks for the wealthy, Finance Minister Bill Monroe is now signaling a shift away from his government's focus on tax fairness. In his 2018 fall economic statement delivered Wednesday, Monroe announced new targeted business tax measures in response to corporate tax cuts passed by the U.S. President Donald Trump and the Republican-controlled Congress last year. Pointing to Trump's aggressive package of tax cuts for large corporations, Monroe notes that, quote, some have lobbied us to match those measures. Okay, so right here, whenever someone says some have lobbied us to match, they're talking about powerful special interests. Whenever someone uses that kind of language, like, oh, some would say this, now some say this, that means they don't really have a leg to stand on. So this guy knows he can't really defend this because this is just typical trickle-down economics, which has failed again and again and again and again at actually helping middle-class people and working people. Who does it help? The people at the top, the 1%. We know that. It's a proven failed theory. It is a scam. We know that. The world knows that. But neoliberalism is a worldwide disease, and now we're seeing some of it up in Canada, and they're trying to justify what we've done here in the United States. All right, let's go back to this puppy. Although Monroe opted against Trump's no-strings-attached approach in favor of targeted tax incentives that allow companies to write off the cost of investing in new machinery, clean energy equipment, and newly acquired assets, the new measures are not offset by closing any of the ineffective and unfair tax loopholes that cost Canada tens of billions of dollars each year. So there you go. Corporations already getting billions in tax breaks in Canada. Already getting billions. And they're going to get billions more. Why? Well, because Donald Trump did something in the U.S., we should do something similar because it'll help people get to the middle class. Because if we give the tax breaks to the corporations, they'll create jobs. Even though every single time we've done that, it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. Here in the United States, I guess this guy doesn't realize, here in the United States, GM, a company that was bailed out not too long ago, that was just handed a check, that was bailed out by our government. Well, they didn't do anything for Main Street. Wall Street got taken care of. Main Street, not so much. GM is closing a bunch of plants, eliminating a ton of jobs. I think 14,000 was the number, something like that. They just got bailed out. They're doing that. It's like there's that meme with Paul Ryan that I think just tells it all. There's Paul Ryan saying, hey, we tried giving corporations a bunch of money and that didn't work, so we need to give them more money. And he has a straight face when he's doing it. And anybody with half a brain knows that that's ridiculous. That's a total lie. And maybe even Paul Ryan is waking up to it, because what has Paul Ryan done as a recent? Oh, he stepped down.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your